4 things to note as you calculate your SACCO returns. So it's that time of the year when Kenyans who have been saving with SACCOs are enjoying the returns, either in the form of dividends on shares or in the form of interest on non-withdrawable deposits. But here are 4 things to note as you weight your return or as you calculate how much you made for the year ended December 2024. Number 1 is the difference between dividend and the interest. There are 2 earnings you get from your SACCO, and that is dividends. Dividend is the interest accumulated on your share capital. So when you are a member of a SACCO, there are a minimum number of shares that you must buy for you to become a bona fide member, and the money paid on that share capital is called dividends. At the same time, you also have to contribute non-withdrawable deposits, and this is the money that counts when you are applying for a loan. And for this money, there is also some money you get as interest because you have been saving your money with them, and typically this is money you will keep for a long time. So this is the interest you get. So typically the dividend yield will be slightly higher because the share capital is permanent. You cannot withdraw your shares, you can only sell them. Because of that permanency, the dividend yield is typically higher than what the interest pays, because you can withdraw your deposit with a 60-day notice from most SACCOs. And number 2, and related to that, is the types of accounts. So most SACCOs will have 3 types of accounts. There is the current account, there is the share capital account, and the non-withdrawable deposit account. If you have been keeping your money in the current account in a SACCO, you will not be getting any return. Typically, there is no interest or earnings gotten by saving your money in a current account. It's the same way you will keep your money in your current bank account. The second account is the non-withdrawable deposit account. This is the money, if you have a loan, this is the amount of money they'll calculate to provide a security for your loan. So this is the account where the non-withdrawable deposit account, you can withdraw from that account only when you're exiting the SACCO, typically within a notice of 60 days, the money will be returned. And the third account is the share capital account. So this is money that you have kept in the form of buying shares. The money in this account is not withdrawable. Once you have bought shares, you can only transfer them to another member or sell them, but even if you are to exit, you will not get that money back. So it's important as you work on your earnings, you also factor in the relative liquidity between these accounts. Also, for most SACCOs, the share capital account does not factor much when you are getting a loan. So if you are to need a loan, there is a minimum amount of shares you must have to access a loan with most SACCOs, but that amount does not count when they are factoring in how much you can get in a loan or how much you can guarantee someone else to get a loan. Number 3 is the tax implication of your dividend or interest earnings. The earnings you get from the SACCO, either in the form of a dividend or in the form of interest, are subject to tax. That is a 5% withholding tax on the amount that you are set to receive. So if you have calculated your earnings and you are supposed to get 10,000, 500 is automatically deducted from your earnings, and now you'll be getting 9,500. Number 4 is SACCO earnings, whether it is dividends or the interest on non-withdrawable deposits, are calculated on a prorated basis. That is to say, the money that you had in January 2024 will not get the same interest as the money you put in December 2024. By prorated basis, I mean the earnings you will be getting this year, that is in 2025, are for the money made for the year ended December 2024. So that is between 1st of January 2024 until December 31st, 2024. However, the amount of money that was there in January will not get the same interest as the amount of money that was there in December. So if you started with 100,000 in January and you did not put any new money throughout the year, the interest you get will be higher than the person who put in 100,000 in December. Because the interest earnings are also prorated by dividing them by the month that you have held them in the SACCO. And this is because the fair thing is the SACCO has been utilizing this money, so the money that was there in January earned more money than the one that was deposited on December 30th, for example, because all the money that was in the account by December 31st will be getting some interest. So money254.co.ke has written more about some of the things to note as you calculate your SACCO earnings, as well as some of the earnings from the leading SACCOs that have so far announced their results for the year ended December 31st, 2024. Click on the link provided to learn more.